Hey guys, welcome to the HKC 217 podcast. This podcast is powered by All Seasons Energy, and today's podcast is episode 20.
Today's podcast is sponsored by DG Plastering.
Yep.
Who is a local plasterer we know. Damien Gormley has been kind enough to sponsor us this year. He does plaster work, obviously, and he is a local plasterer in the Sheffield, South Yorkshire area. Also does contract and commercial work. We will leave a link in the description to his Facebook page and also his mobile phone number. Really reliable plasterer. Super smooth like butter. We've had him plaster in our house, in our garden as well, unbelievably.
Yeah.
He did our garden wall. So yeah, massive thanks to Damien Gormley, and he is DG Plastering. So as we roll in back in the studio, or back in Hudson's room, to episode 20, where we're going to cover what Hudson and we have been up to over the last last 3 weeks, I think it is. We've been quite busy.
Yeah, so we're going to be going over the FlatTrack Round 2 results and what happened there. And then we're going to be going over the Winter Series Round 1.
Yeah, the Winter Series, well, that's British mini bikes, that. So, yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, basically, we'll roll back to Champions FlatTrack Round 2.
Yeah.
Where, again, Hudson and myself and Alannah all raced again.
Yeah.
At Champions FlatTrack, which was another wicked day down at Champions FlatTrack. Super busy. Twice as busy as last time, in fact, if you can remember. It was really busy.
Very busy.
Yeah,
they had to add 2 groups for Alannah's, didn't they?
2 groups for Alannah's cadet class, which is absolutely fantastic to see.
Yeah.
2 groups, I believe, in 2 groups in my groups, in my class.
Yeah.
2 groups in the interclass as well.
Yeah. Wow.
And 2 groups in the pro class as well.
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
Yeah, super busy. Really, really good day again. Super fun day. Me, Hudson, and Alannah went down to this one. Hudson's mum was busy, so I had to take control of trying to run myself and Hudson and Alannah, which we'll go into the details on what happened later on in the racing, because of me running round a little bit, probably myself to blame a little bit. So yeah, we'll go into that. So Hudson, we'll start off with Alannah first. So in Alannah's class, there was 13 riders. So I'll put up some shots of all the kids there riding. So there was a selection of Pee-wee 50s, little Suzukis. I don't know what they were. That were a classic one as well.
Yeah.
Ossets,
quite a few.
Tarot electric bikes, Fun Bike electric bikes as well.
Yeah.
And another guy who come up who we knew, which is Leo Soliu's younger brother, Finn Soliu. He come up on his Pee-wee 50, which actually used to be Leo's bike, which were pretty cool. That were fun, and Jay were there. No Leo were there this time, actually. I think it were good for Jay just running and looking after Finn for a change, which is kind of why we do Alannah there. It's a little bit of a...
get some of the attention off me.
Get some of the attention off Hudson. Well, I wouldn't say attention off Hudson, but it's nice to be doing something like Alannah again for this one. She were really excited to get down there.
Yeah, she were.
So we'll go through we'll just go through the cadet class standings, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we'll just do the top 3 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Rupert Thomas come in first position. Bradley Williams come in second position, and Daniel. Here we go again with the names. I'm copying the names then. So that is Tainton. Probably pronounced Tainton.
Right, just say it once and we don't look bad.
Yeah, just say it once and then just go with it. Yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, so and it were really full that one, so it was split up. But what happens when there's like when there's two races? It's not like you actually get split up into a faster group and a slow group. What they do is they random and shuffle all the riders out in between all 6 races through the day. Through the day. So basically, you're not always with same ride. Well, you sometimes with the same riders, but you kind of get shuffled on your grid positions, shuffle with who you're racing. Obviously, you do race with similar people sometimes, but it's like I don't know how they actually sort it out to do that, because it must be quite confusing to do that. Yeah, because sometimes you're in a draw, and I mean in the kids one, there's certainly some faster riders in that kids group.
Yeah, definitely.
And that kids group is from, I believe it's
from 6, because Alannah just got in.
6.
Yes.
6 to 10.
I don't know.
Is it 6 to 10? It must be 6 to 10.
6 to 9.
No, I think the next class is your class.
Yeah.
Unbelievably.
What age group does my class start at?
It must be 10.
Well, yeah, it might be 10 then.
So anyway, so that's the age group of that group, and I mean, like, there's some really good riders there. And again, we'll go over the fact that we talked about this. If you go back a couple of episodes, you can listen to the interview with Pete. Oh, which we've not actually touched on. That obviously we interviewed Pete as well.
Yeah,
Pete
Boast,
and Peter Hickman as well, 2 episodes back. So make sure you click back on them episodes there. They're really good episodes. That's why we've not been back here doing podcasts, and that's why we're a little bit behind. But Pete goes about how good it is looking at these kids coming, and we actually talked about it in that episode, saying that, like, it's a superb, in my opinion, like a way to start racing, where you're 6-year-old, you can race, you are racing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you are.
You're racing around the track, and I think that it's a good starting place to get into racing.
Yeah, and Pete said that, didn't he? That it's good to see people coming in here and then moving on from this like introduce you.
We would have 100% gone to flat tracking with your Rosset. Yeah.
Yeah. We would have. We would have gone we wouldn't even.
You'd have done it.
Yeah.
We'd have gone flat tracking.
There, yeah.
On your Rosset.
Yeah.
100%. Before racing anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you had your Rosset when you were 6, I believe. So you could have gone straight there and done that. And then, in my opinion, if you'd have done that for like a year before you even got your SM, when did you get your 90? When you were 8?
90 when I was 8, I think.
So imagine if you'd have done that for 2 years before you raced your 90 when you were 8.
Yeah.
I think you'd have been a better rider when you started on your 90. 100%.
Yeah.
And it's a good cheap form of things. Like, they've got these people. Like, obviously, they're not super strict on all these different type of bikes on these in this cadet class, because there's some Ossets, these Tarot bikes, and I mean, like, there's like a variation of how fast these bikes are. I mean, like, them Ossets and the Tarot bikes.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure it's like Rupert Thomas. He's on that Tarot,
I think.
electric one. We know how fast these electric ones. It's super fast, and his slat is going around like crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
really good.
A really good thing. And if you need to ask Jay about it, first time he went down there, Leo's dad, I'd hope to think he'd agree, and I'd hope he'd agree that it's really well run as well.
Yeah, like they set you up, bring you onto grid, tell you where your grid position is.
Start calling people out for the next grid after. Really well organised. They've got like four different staff members. They've got one in the bike garage making sure people are getting on the right bikes. They've got another guy putting you in the holding area, and then there's another guy giving you grid position before you go on the grid. Another guy on the grid.
Another guy being a mechanic.
A mechanic guy is there
in case
you hire bike.
Yeah, brakes.
And what else have they got?
Someone at reception.
And your light guy. Jackie on reception.
Yeah, Jackie, light guy.
So we love it down there. Super fun, super relaxed, super cheap, good racing. Get yourselves down, get involved.
Good.
So we go into youth intermediate class, which is Hudson's class. In this class, there's Archer Williamson, Hudson Cooper, George Marshall, and somebody new this time, which is... Oh, no, he's not new. It's Jameson. He's the guy from last time, Higgins. George Marshall was the new guy.
Yeah.
So in race 1, if we can... Yeah, we'll go through results. We can kind of work it out from here. So in race 1, on the oval with the jump... that was race 1, by the way. Oval, well, race 1 and 2 and 3 was the oval with the jump. So we're straight into a track that we didn't know that they were going to do.
Yeah, it was it were good, weren't it? Would you say?
Was it oval with jump?
Yeah, over with the jump. Yep. Yeah, because I can remember you telling me you can't.
Did they do the TT track with the jump last time? Yeah, it went it.
Yeah, so last time on the
final 3 races it was TT.
Yeah, so last time in the first 3 races it was just normal oval. Then last time in the
afternoon.
Afternoon in the
TT jump.
It was TT jump, with it on like the back straight. Then this time it was the oval with the jump this time, and then the afternoon this time it was the
TT. A different TT one though.
Yeah, different TT.
So you wouldn't believe. So we've been going, or Hudson's been going for probably a year now down there, and over the first 2 rounds of going there, we've had a new track. Well, had the jump, which we've not seen in a year.
Yeah.
And this TT track that he did in the afternoon was a new type of TT layout, which unbelievably, like, it's not massive in this place.
Yeah, they have to
cram
it in.
You wouldn't believe like how many different variations of a track you could do in such a tiny area where there's only there's like a bit where you can go through the middle and like an oval, basically like a figure 8 track.
It is a bit. The amount of things you can do from a figure 8 track.
Well, it's wider on the edges. That's why you can go back on yourself on the edges. But
yeah.
I'll try and put up a graphic of like what the track is, and I'll actually try and put some lines up and showing you like which ways you can go around.
We'll have to take a picture next time. They've got like a board and they've got different colour pens and they've drawn the full thing out.
Okay, we'll do that next time.
And then it's got a key underneath and it tells you what each track is.
Well, anyway, so yeah, so
like
we went. So anyway, we rocked up this time, and it was TT oval, which I never thought they'd do.
Yeah.
And again, it was such a bit of a learning experience for me as well as Hudson. That even though the jump was on the oval, and on the oval you normally like sliding round it. Obviously, same on both sides because it's an oval.
Yeah.
Obviously, but on this one, the jump was right at the exit of the oval.
Yeah.
So you could kind of slide into the oval, and we kind of worked this out. That
you kind of have to like slide in, like, and just turn in
take
the
it
corner.
a lot sharper, yeah.
Yeah, and stand it up for the jump. Because if you were still turning, which you normally would be, you'd be drifting out. Then you'd tuck your front or slip your rear end.
So you had to like get it sat up a little bit. You could actually, we worked out. Well, Hudson worked it out, and then I were doing it as well. That you could actually jump the jump as you were lean. You didn't have to be fully upright on it.
Yeah.
But you did have to definitely take that other corner differently.
Yeah.
Because you had to slow down more, get round, ready for jump. Which were again like I liked it. I liked it. I'm not fazed by the jump anymore. It does mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like Hudson did some. I mean, like Archer and Hudson had some amazing races on that.
Yeah.
On the oval. Oval jump.
Yeah.
So yeah, in race 1, Hudson won the first race. Archer come second. George come third and Jameson come fourth. And then in race 2, Archer won it. Hudson come second. George come third. Jameson come fourth.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that right? And
Yeah.
then in race 3. And I mean, this was probably the best race of the day, really. You two were like neck and... You and Archer were neck and neck.
Yeah.
And Hudson and Archer come round the oval corner, let's call it, and you kind of got squeezed it. There were a back marker there, weren't there?
Yeah.
So you kind of got like squeezed in. I think your handlebars clipped air bales.
Yeah.
And you, Archer, I think that other kid got away with it.
He did.
Ended up in a bit of a bag tangle mess, all on top of each other.
Yeah.
So in that race, you come... It's actually got you down as 3 points there, so obviously they weren't sure on where you come, were they?
Yeah, it was a bit
So
humble-jumble
Archer won it.
on that one.
I don't think they said that they were rolling that back actually a lap.
Yeah,
They did roll it back a
they
lap.
did roll it back.
Well, they haven't rolled it back a lap, have they?
Yeah,
you got 3
because
points.
I should have been second. Yeah, so they rolled it back a lap.
Oh, is that where you fell off? Is that where you slid out?
He would have got first.
And you would have got second.
I would have got
that's
second.
that one there on the oval is where you were leading, and you slid out in lead. You slid out in lead. I'm sure it is. Well, anyway, I can go through the results. So yeah, you crashed on that one. You did have that's one crash, isn't it? Is that one crash? I don't know if they rolled it back. Anyway, so Archer won all 5 races.
Yeah.
Hudson won first race, so Archer won rest of the day. Hudson come second, first, second, third, no, fourth. It says fourth, second.
Yep.
Basically, I don't think they're right them actually, but anyway. So overall, it wouldn't have made a difference to results anyway. So overall, first position was Archer Williamson. In second position, Hudson Cooper, and in third position, George Marshall. So we'll go on to the youth senior. And we'll just go to the top 3 of them. So in first place is a lad that we've seen down there loads, Harrison McKay. He's a good rider, him.
Yeah.
So Harrison McKay, so he come first overall. In second position, Luca Hopkins.
Yeah.
And in third position, Paddy Moore. And then we'll go on to that's rookies.
Yeah.
So
that's yours.
That's like adult. Oh yeah, that's my one there. So in first position, Lee Eubank. In second position, Stuart Liddell, and in third position, Chloe Johnson. Going through my results on what happened there, that I had a terrible day, worst day ever, and I come last overall out of the riders that were there, which 3 of these new riders, like they were brand new riders at Championship. Were they not? 2 of them?
Some of them were, yeah.
Definitely some new guys there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
3.
Not really feeling it that day. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Bad day at the office. One thing that didn't help,
We all have 'em.
which contributed to me coming last overall. This is me giving excuses out that I missed my race start. I totally missed the race start, which is sacrilege. I'm still bitter about it now. I must admit, I'm still angry. I'm angry talking about it now, but it was through no fault of my own. Although I'm just going to blame looking after Alannah and Hudson. But there you go. So that was my rookies. Moving swiftly on into the intermediates, which is adult intermediates.
Yeah.
So Kylan Shuttlewood, and in another he rides in both. Look,
Yeah.
Paddy Moore. No, no, he doesn't.
Paddy Moore.
No, he doesn't. Paddy Moore in second position, and in third position, Lewis Smart. And in the pro class, Harrison McKay was in the pro class as well. He come first overall. Frankie Bourne, who we know from who we've seen down there, and that's who Pete's helping out at the BSB.
Yeah.
He come in second position. In third position, Jack Bell.
Yeah.
He's a pro flat track rider as well. So I mean, like, they are unbelievable. Them 3 in there.
They're crazy.
Really cool watching them race. And in the ladies class, Katie Hand in first position. Chloe Johnson in second position overall, and Justina Bacout.
Say it once.
Say it once and it's right. In the ladies class. So Chloe actually rides in my rookie class as well.
Yeah.
She's a good rider.
Yeah.
And rewinding a little bit as well, we hadn't actually touched on this, that we went to the level 2 class.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe a month ago now, I think it was. So we went to the level 2 class, which were fantastic. Some really good riders there. Really, I thought it were beneficial. Practice starts.
Very, very beneficial.
Good riders there. I would say it brings you on a little bit of a rider. Made Hudson better. Made me worse, I think. Obviously, because that's what happened to me.
Mentally.
So I did actually, on a positive note, and I did have some good starts on that. I mean, there were just good riders there. So
yeah, Yeah. The riders there were really, really, really good.
To say, and I mean, I did from doing that from doing the flat track level 2 practice as well. The course, sorry.
Yeah.
I did a gear start where you start in first gear, which I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
doesn't sound like a big deal, that, but for Hudson, he were doing that from off. But a lot of riders, even that Chloe, she doesn't really do that, and we actually practiced that on that day, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Practicing that. So a gear
Yeah.
start in first gear, because basically you're in first gear and then you're like straight into second gear.
Yeah.
Before first corner. So that summarises the.
Yeah, does it summarise?
Yeah, that summarises. They're all championship tables.
Oh, okay.
So that summarises flat track. Round 2, basically.
Round 2, yeah.
So we'll move over to. So that was on the Saturday. This is how busy we've been.
Yeah.
So from the Saturday, we drove straight down to Stretton.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, we drove home. We drove home and then we drove to Stretton.
Yep.
Anyway, we're covering
Anyway.
B&B Winter Series Round 1. Hudson's been able to ride on a mini-moto firstly down there. So down at Stretton they've got a fleet of mini-motos. Some that Hudson did last year on winter training. So an opportunity has come to ride some mini-motos, and Hudson's took that opportunity to do that for Winter Series. So we'll go through the results of the Winter Series down there. So this is mini-moto 10mm class. Overall results. So in third position, it's Sebastian Kowalski.
Say it once.
In second position is Josh Perkins, and in first position it's Rex Austin. And then we'll go to the mini-moto 14mm. So in third position, so he obviously rides both. So in third position it's Rex Austin. In second position it's Preston Baker, and in first position it's George Ackerman. And as we'll go back to what happened in your races here. So this race, I believe that's race 1 there. So in your races there were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So in race 1 you come 5th.
Yep.
In race 2 you come 7th, and in race 3 you come 6th.
Yeah.
And your overall result, you come 6th overall.
Not too bad.
One major problem with that weekend is that we didn't have any wets for these mini-motos.
Yeah.
And race 1 was wet.
Race
2 was dry.
Drying, yeah.
And race 3 rained
Race
again.
3, it chucks it down.
So next time we go down there, we're going to be able to get some wets for it, basically.
Yeah.
Or some intermediate tyres.
Yeah, I think they've ordered some, haven't they?
Yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully.
So that goes back to that. So then we'll go back to the main results, which will go to the JSM 90s. So in third position is Henrietta Judkins. In second position is Caden Herring. And in first position is Rex Almond. So he's obviously popped up a couple of times. So he was riding mini-motos and the 90.
Yeah, so mini-motos 10mm, mini-motos 14, and mini-motos...
Do they get a clean sweep? Yeah.
No, in the mini-motos 14mm, he got third.
Okay. That's good though. So that's two new riders there. So then we'll go on to the Mini GP 140. So there were only 2 riders there doing Mini GP 140. So it was Joshua Herring and Harley Baker. Harley Baker winning overall. So they were on Mini GP 140 bikes. In fact, he were on a metric kit, weren't they?
Yeah.
Metric kit and a mini GP there. So then we'll go on to move round. Where are we looking? Mini bike. All right. So these were best races of the day as well. So there were a lot of. There were two categories of mini bikes as well. There were 2 grids, so there were race A and race B. Anyway, so in third position Dean Brown. In second position Tommy Alban. And in first position on his home track where he should win. I'm joking when I say that, by the way. Zach Weston. So they had some really, really good races there.
Yeah.
I think Zach got like a second, a first. How many races did they have? 3?
Yeah, three races, yeah.
I think Zach got a first, a second. I'll tell you another rider we hadn't seen for ages who were there, Chase Collymore.
Yeah.
Who were actually flipping awesome on that bike.
They were.
We have not seen him since, my gosh, it feels like Pembrey last year.
It does, doesn't it?
So I don't know what bikes they're riding there.
I think I can only remember him from,
2 years ago, maybe.
I think from when, I forgot what track it is, Clay Pigeon. Am I right there, or the other one?
Yeah, maybe so.
The long track, you know what I'm on about.
Yeah, so really good to see them down there. Obviously, we've seen his dad. I mean, like, he was flipping awesome. He crashed. I think he crashed in lead on one. Crashed in second in another one, just behind Zach.
Everyone were joking that he couldn't stay on.
He couldn't stay on.
I think he finished the third race.
I think he did finish the third race.
We'll
I don't
cheer
know. I haven't got overall results. So then we'll move over to the final class that we're running there, which was Super Minis. So in third place is Jack Muir. In second place is somebody we know who's sponsored by RW Paintworks, with Jack Bednarak. And in first position is Jordan Thomas. So that evaluates what we've been up to over the last couple of 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll have another episode out next week or next week and a half, just before Christmas, basically, covering what we're up to or what we've been up to after that. Obviously, this episode is covering that. The next episode will be covering where we go down to
Peter Hickman's
place. We do a little interview with Peter Hickman, which you should see on the previous episode.
Yeah.
Also covering, if you're looking at us in socials, everything that happened at Motorcycle Live as well. So we'll put that in the next episode as well, because this one will be too long.
And yeah.
And what else have we got coming up?
Yep, so we've got Motorcycle Live. And then...
Oh, we've been out on Ossets
bikes.
Out
on Ossets.
And that's about it. Yeah. That's about it, really.
That's about it. But it's been a busy...
yeah, we've been busy.
Busy November and a bit of December.
Yeah, and now we're into December. We're actually on Christmas countdown now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to think. Oh, so yeah. So if you want to check out the last 2 interviews that we did, so like, had an amazing response on these last 2 episodes. So if you want to listen to Pete Bo's stories, which are amazing,
yeah,
go back to episode 18.
18, yeah.
And if you want to go back to Peter Hickman's episode, which is the previous episode,
episode 19.
Episode 19. That's another amazing episode where Icky's talking about how he started racing, first TT races and whatever not. So really good. I had a massive response on that. So really thanks for everybody for downloading them and listening to them on Spotify, watching them on YouTube, watching them on Spotify, and listening to them on iTunes and any podcast app, basically. And that covers where you can listen to them all. So until episode 21, which will be next week, that's a bye from me.
And a bye from me. Bye.